The woman knew full well the one who fell into the water was the young Marquis, yet after she was pulled to safety, she would rather hold her breath under the water than climb onto the bank. By the time all the female relatives rushed over, only the young Marquis could be seen alone, because in her past life after she saved the young Marquis, rumors spread everywhere that she tried to cling to the Marquis manor, deliberately scheming to make the young Marquis fall into the lake, then staging a scene of a beauty saving a hero. In the end the Marquis had no choice but to marry the woman with a ruined reputation. The Marquis always said to her, "Do not delude yourself, you can win his heart through schemes. You owe your elder sister and must repay the debt for your whole life." The deep enclosed courtyards of the Marquis manor trapped the woman her entire life, and so in this life she never intended to save the young Marquis again, yet a pair of hands dragged her straight into the lake. With no other choice, the woman had to push the young Marquis to the shore, then quickly held her breath and hid under the water, to let the fate that originally belonged to the young Marquis and her elder legitimate sister unfold smoothly. At that moment the young Marquis on the bank spoke up saying he had climbed up by himself. These words made the woman realize he also carried memories of their past life. To find out who dragged him into the water, he ordered his maid to investigate who wore blue-gray garments that day. Meanwhile the woman stared at the earring in her hand lost in thought, because her sister had told her the earring was lost by the lake, and asked her to look for it, which was how she stumbled upon the drowning young Marquis. She suddenly realized her elder sister was likely behind this scheme. The next second, her elder sister asked her to accompany her to bring ginger soup to the young Marquis. The woman politely refused at once, explaining she did not want to stand between her sister and the young Marquis and get in their way. Unexpectedly General Hua appeared at that moment, cutting off their conversation. With no other option, the three of them had to go into the young Marquis's chamber. Her sister asked why he had gone to the riverside. The young Marquis blurted out he had wanted to pick the magnolias by the river for her, yet her sister had always only loved crabapple blossoms. It was the woman who truly adored magnolias. She could not understand how the man remembered her favorite flower. That very night, she thought back to her past life. After her sister married the third prince she was beaten every day. Every time she fled back to the Marquis manor crying, the Marquis would submit memorials to demand justice for her, and question the woman why her sister suffered in the prince manor while she lived a comfortable life in the Marquis manor. Back then the woman had wanted to request a separation, but was flatly rejected. In this life she deliberately avoided the man, and instead grew close with General Hua. Word of this quickly reached the man's ears. Overcome with jealousy, he crushed the magnolia blossoms in his grasp to shreds. Aunt the eldest wife heard the gossip spreading outside. Fearing the young lady might truly steal her daughter's marriage to the young Marquis, she planned to betroth her to General Hua. The young lady knew full well, if she married General Hua, she could leave the capital a place full of troubles. Half a month slipped by in the blink of an eye. The young Marquis still had not come to propose marriage to her sister. Her sister grew as anxious as an ant on a hot stove, terrified he might change his heart. Just then a maid brought 2 flower viewing invitations sent from the Marquis manor. Only the invitation for the young lady bore the young Marquis's personal handwriting. Afraid her sister would grow suspicious, she quickly explained it was probably written by one of the manor's scholars, and added that she planned to attend a banquet hosted by the eldest princess in the western city the next day, so she would skip the Marquis manor's flower viewing feast. Her sister felt relieved upon hearing this. The next day she bid her sister farewell and rode a carriage toward the western city. She simply believed that traveling far away would let her break free from the chains of fate. Unexpected trouble arose halfway along the journey. The coachman shouted in alarm that someone had tampered with the carriage axle tenon. The carriage instantly lost control and charged straight toward a cliff. At the critical moment between life and death, filled with despair, she closed her eyes, secretly concluding that after all, they did not trust her and insisted on taking her life.